T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah. Get high, rapper. The man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen, you already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour. It be Mike and Mike. Yeah, it's the man hour. Got the hottest plays, all the breaking news. Every rumor, every trade, every breaking bruise. Tighten knuckle screws. Yeah, it's going down. Have you saying what the fuck and never watered down? It's going down. I'll be rolling up. And if you buy it or you sell it, then you made the cut. Watch me flip it back. I can double up. I got sriracha for that ass, I'ma burn it up. Gotta check the rules, but know that it be fair and foul. Rep blow the whistle, coach throw the towel. We can do this on the field or outside the lines. It's the man hour though, now we going live.
And what is up, everybody? Michael Buckasher here with the Mike and Mike Man Hour, live raw and uncut sports talk with my man, Michael LeBlanc, from the wonderful country of Texas.
Damn right, the country of Texas.
Country of Texas. Mike, what is up today, man? What is up? What is up? What is up?
What's up, man? It's been a great day. It's been a good day. I got a shit ton of work done today. It's been a great day. I think I found an EA also, which I've been searching for. I think I finally find one.
What is an EA?
So, an executive assistant.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Gotcha.
pretty excited.
Yeah, so that's a fancy term for a cock block that we were discussing last night, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I've had a great day too, man. Like, we are finally on pace to play some high school football. They said, hey, you guys can play high school football in the state of Indiana, but we have to stand on blocks. So we have to be 6 feet apart. When the kids come off the field, they have a little dot they got to stand on with their name on it. And they have to wear masks on the sideline because, they can hang on each other and lay on each other for 15 seconds on the field. But when you come off
on
the
the
field,
sideline,
man, COVID is present. COVID is present right there, man.
COVID's not in between the lines.
And after every play, we have to throw in a sanitized ball. And the ball takes 10 minutes to sanitize. You know how many balls we have to have on the sideline?
At least like 50 to 60.
Yeah. We got that bill today. We spent $25,000 on footballs for this upcoming season, just for game balls. Isn't that crazy, man?
That is crazy.
That is
crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely ridiculous. But, guys, welcome to the Man Hour. Mike and Mike here. We're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is like the Facebook page, Mike and Mike Man Hour on the Facebook. And also share this live stream to get some extra entries as well. I see we got some people popping in over here on the old Twitter machine. What is up if you're watching us on Twitter? I don't have names popping up on my screen because it just shows that you're watching. So, guys, what is up? Also, they're on Twitch as well and YouTube. Guys, welcome to the live show. So, Mike, every Thursday night, or is it Wednesday night, is it? No, Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday. It's our last night on air.
Yeah, it's our night. Man, I'm kind of depressed now. Shit.
Aww.
But every Thursday night, me and my wife, we just kind of put away social media, put away our phones, the computers. So like once I get home from football practice, about 6:30 or so, we just chill for about 3 hours. Right, we turn on some YouTube and we play some music, and we just let it play. Right, and today I picked Pink. You know who Pink is with the exclamation point.
I should have known you would pick some gay shit,
dude. Listen to Pink acoustic songs. Like, she has probably the best acoustic voice ever, Mike, ever. Instant hard on when she starts singing, man. Instant.
Did you turn in your penis for a vagina?
Dude, if I could get closer to Pink, I would do it. I would chop that bitch clean off. Boom.
Whoa. No, there's nobody There's nobody worth chopping that off.
I will tongue punch her in the butthole.
Whoa. No.
Dude, seriously, there is something like if my wife could like sing like Pink or like just like any like female artist and she could like play the piano or the guitar, you guys would never see me. I'm serious. Like I would just sit on the couch and be like, oh yeah, baby, so beautiful. Seriously, Mike, there is something about a female that can sing, an acoustic, that pitch, that range. It is just amazing. Who's your favorite artist of like all time?
Ooh. Rage Against the Machine.
I do like the CD that is the white. Is it Bulls on the Parade? Is that the name of that?
Bulls on Parade.
Yeah, I do love that CD. I never listened to any of their new stuff. Or newer stuff, I should say.
I mean, they haven't put out anything new since like 2000. But
that Bull or that Rage Against Bulls on Parade CD that came out, and I was in freaking middle school, I think, maybe high school.
Yeah, it was like 94, 95, 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine though. Yeah, it's hands down my favorite band of all time.
Turn that shit down, or don't turn that shit up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I had that CD blasting in my room, and my dad comes storming in because like my dad's like an artist, right? He plays the guitar. He bangs on the door. He's like, "Turn that shit down!" I'm like, oh, right on cue. There you go. Good job, Daddy.
Hey, you just play the song, turn up the radio.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Right. Yeah. My favorite artist, I do like Rage. I do like Pink. I'm also a Taylor Swift fan. A little Tay-Tay. A little Tay-Tay. Shake it off, right? No, but dude, the best artist out there.
Taylor Swift.
Shake it off, son. A little bit of Tay-Tay.
Good Lord.
If I could have a 3 hall passes in the world, I would use 2 of them on Taylor and 1 of them on Pink because I couldn't handle Pink more than a night because she would just she would eat my soul. But the best artist out there, hands down, man, has to be Tech Nine. Seriously, he can rap, he can sing country, he can sing rock and roll, metal. He is.
I mean, if you're talking about an artist like that, I mean, the best like lyricist, I guess you could say, Eminem crushes Tech Nine.
In the rap game, maybe, but not a overall artist.
You're crazy.
Seriously, you can put Tech Nine on a metal band right now, blend right in, fit perfectly. You cannot do that to Eminem.
Sure, you can.
What, he's going to rap on it?
Yeah, so does Tech Nine.
Yeah, but he has that grunge voice, man. Like he's been smoking like 50 packs of cigarettes a day. Perfect voice for it. What are you pondering thoughts about?
Something with work.
Something work.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys, we got a nice show lined up for you today. We got the infamous segment, What The, is coming up or coming back right after the break here. And then we're going to, Sports Illustrated come out with their 12 teams that are going to make the Super Bowl in the 2020 season. And so we are going to break down each of those teams and see if they legitimately have a shot to make the playoffs or not, compared relatively to Mike and myself here. So we are going to take a quick little commercial break. And on the flip side of the break, guys, we are going to bring you some What The. So we'll be right back after these commercials breaks. Got that. And welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour, guys. I see we have some people popped up in the chat here. What is up, Strikeout Beer? If you guys have not checked out Strikeout Beer, guys, they put on some great content over there on the RTF Sports Network as well. I believe they're on live Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. right here on the RTFSportsNetwork.com as well. So, guys, we are also live on the RTF Sports Network right now, but we're also on noon East Coast time, Monday through Friday. Also, we're still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is like the Facebook page. What is up at Jameson? We see you pop in the chat there as well. And also, what is up, Trent Mason and Mike Reeves looks like he's popped in as well, guys. So what is up, what is up, what is up? So, Mike, it is that time of night where we let stuff build on us all week, and now it's fine just time to give you a little bit of what the. Mike, I'll let you have the original or the original what the of the night.
I don't know if I want to do mine. You know what? I'm going to save that one for last. My first. Oh, man. Okay. So my first what the of the night, I don't even know how to say his name, is a rookie from the Seattle Seahawks.
He's from Oklahoma State, is it?
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma State. Oh, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? This guy he gets cut from the team today for sneaking someone in while they're in the bubble. What the hell were you thinking? Did you just automatically think that, hey, nobody's going to see, nobody's going to find out, let me go ahead and sneak her in so I can get some little nookie? No, you got cut today, and you threw your NFL career away possibly. What the hell, man?
What the of the night is going to go out to the NCAA. They have now officially come out and said that they are endorsing a potential bubble for the 2021 season. Not the 2020 season, not the spring football season that we're having with the Big Ten and Pac-12, right? No, it is for the 2021 fall football season. NCAA, what are you guys thinking? You guys are simply trying to save face, like at this point saying, yeah, you guys are doing a great job of canceling the season because we still want to be around because they know once Ohio State, once Michigan, once Nebraska and Iowa leaves the Big Ten, they are effed. Hello, Super Conference. Goodbye, NCAA. NCAA, you got to get the what the? Potential bubble? Get out of here.
So my second what the of the night goes out to Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator for none other than the Jets. He came out and said, you know what? Jamal Adams is probably going to get bored in the Seahawks defense. Greg Williams, are you salty a little bit because you lost Jamal Adams? What the hell, man?
My second what the of the night is going to go out to the Big Ten. We just said that they're getting ready to implode and they're going to make a super conference, right? Well, guess what? Like I said, guys, the Big Ten had come out and said that we aren't going to have any fall sports because we are scared of Corona. We are scared of those Mexican beers, right? Well, guess what? Today here in Indiana, IU had their first day of school. Everybody was in class. Everybody was in their dorm rooms. But yet, guess what? They can't play football because COVID. But yet they can have school, you can have dorm rooms, you can have 15 guys showering in one stall with like one female gangbanging, but whatever, we digress on that. If you guys don't know that story, look up the Indy Star and check out that story. That should get the what the. But the Big Ten, guys, what the for canceling fall sports, but you're still having classes in session? Makes zero sense to me. What the?
All right, so my last what the of the night and the what the of the night. Wisconsin's government agency orders employees to wear masks on Zoom calls, even if they are at home. The Department of Natural Resources wants its employees to set safety examples. So, by what they're saying, Buck, you and I should probably be wearing we should be wearing a mask right now.
Let's put my shirt over my face. There you go.
Yeah.
Safety
there we go.
First, guys.
Safety first.
What the? So, Mike, before I get into the final what the of the night, let's go ahead and address that whole mask situation that is going on in Wisconsin. So they're saying that I am at home, isolated from everybody else, right? Except for my family, right? Wife, kids, or whatever. But I have to set an example by wearing a mask on a Zoom call.
Yes.
How about this? Just turn my camera off. You would never freaking know. Like, what is Wisconsin thinking? Like, this is all saving face. Like at this point, like let's be honest, this is all saving face because of the Big Ten canceling football or sports, I should say, mainly football. Now they're like saying, "Oh, it is dangerous. It's dangerous."
Like how? Like why? Why do you have to wear a fucking mask on Zoom calls at home? That's dumb. That's dumb.
Right. I mean, so that is basically saying that the COVID is so dangerous that it can FaceTime, like it can come through my camera and get you, Mike. Like I got COVID, right? And I'm giving it to you right now.
I'm scared.
Like that's what the fuck, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm safe behind a plexiglass at the grocery store, but I'm not safe in front of a computer screen, plastic, and 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
And my final what the of the night is definitely not going to trump Mike's whole mask versus Zoom call thing. That's fucking retarded. But the NCAA championship game says the NCAA says they're still going to have a championship game and crown a champion from the 3 major conferences. Maybe use UFC slides in there, right? Since they can actually maybe have a real championship this season. But my what the of the night is there is no way you can have a true national championship without Michigan in there, without Ohio State, or having the possibility of them getting in there. How about USC or Oregon? They had a great second half of the season last year. They could be even that much better this year. NCAA, guys, just get over yourselves. Potential bubble. Now this. NCAA, Mike, they are fucked.
Yep.
FUCKEDUP with Malibu and Hennessy.
Shout out to Mike Reeves for noticing this fresh cut.
I know, man. Shout out to your barber for always getting you just perfect, man.
Oh, man.
Perfecto.
Barber Palace, Izzy in Kyle, Texas.
Yeah, so like every 2 weeks, guys, Mike gets that nice little line across his forehead, like the Jersey Shore days, right? Or the side of the head.
Yeah.
What is that called?
It's just called a hard part.
Hard part, you. So, guys, that is going to be it for what the of the night. We are going to take a quick little break, and then we're going to get into the SI 12 teams that they said they're going to make the Super Bowl. Mike, I got the list right here in front of me.
Yeah, you read it to me before we started.
Maybe
that
4
list,
teams, right?
I don't. Maybe.
We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll talk about it right after this, guys. Mike and Mike Man Hour, 12 p.m. East Coast time, rtsportsnetwork.com. Welcome back to the Mike and Mike Man Hour, guys. Live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Michael Buckhatcher here with Mike LeBlanc. And, Mike, that part is called an exaggerated part via Mike Reeves. So you really want to exaggerate that part right above the ear.
No, we call it a hard part here in the South, buddy.
Yeah, you just keep your bob in Wisconsin, but up there, or Minnesota, I guess you're from. I don't know. I'm just fucking with you, Mike. Thank you, Mike Reeves, for tuning in. Also, Jameson as well, guys. We are going to be interactive in the chat tonight, here. So we are going to give you 12 teams at the SI. That is Sports Illustrated said that they're going to have a good chance of making it to the Super Bowl, right? So, Mike, we're just going to start at number 12. The number 12 team that they said that has a legitimate shot of making the Super Bowl this year is the Buffalo Bills. Do you think they have a shot?
I don't know, man. I don't think they have a legitimate shot. I mean, they're the AFC, man. You've got like, I mean, in the AFC, you've got um,
You got Kansas City. You got the
Kansas
Ravens.
City, the Ravens.
Uh,
I mean, hell, even the Steelers. Like, I don't see the. I mean, they have a legitimate chance in the playoffs for sure, 100%. But I mean, you've got to get past the Ravens and you got to get past Kansas City to even get into the Super Bowl. I mean, you're going to have to get past one of them to even get into the AFC Championship.
right.
So, no, I don't think they have a legitimate chance to go to the Super Bowl.
So
No.
I mean, like, they are definitely a very good team. I believe they went 10-6 last season. Then we had the downfall of the Patriots, or that downfall, and then they brought in Cam Newton, and now they're instantly Super Bowl contenders, like again. So we're gonna have to reorganize that, lock those picks. But I think I had them going 11-5 this season, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, the only way the Buffalo Bills legitimately have a shot of making it to the Super Bowl is if they hope that the Kansas City Chiefs and Ravens play each other in the first round and they knock one of those teams out early, and then a team like the Patriots play the Chiefs, in the next round. So like the big versus big knock each other out, and they just got like an easy walk into the Super Bowl. AKA,
No, I
they
mean,
have to be number one overall seed.
But still, though, I mean, even though if that scenario plays out, you're either going to have to face Kansas City or the Ravens in the AFC Championship,
Right.
regardless.
Yeah, but
That's
but
the
but
thing,
they're also
like,
going to be battle tested by that point, meaning like they're going to be banged up and tired. Because this year in the playoffs, only one team gets that first round bye. So looking at the Bills' schedule, they definitely have an opportunity to go 13-3. Meaning they play the Jets and the Dolphins and look at their first 6 games. They play the Jets, Dolphins, Rams, Raiders, Titans, Chiefs. They could easily go 4-2 in those first six games there easily. I mean, they could, they could probably go 5-1 because they're playing the Chiefs at home too. So I mean, the only one I circle is the Tennessee Titans. I mean, they could easily go 13-3 and get the number 1 overall seed, giving them that first round bye and making those big house teams play each other in the first round and the second round too. So
I don't know. I think the Bills are like, even if they go to the playoffs, they're a one and done team.
much like the Ravens.
No, sir.
I mean, like their biggest question mark, I think, as a Buffalo Bills fan, I'm not a Buffalo Bills fan, but like if I were a Buffalo Bills fan, my biggest question mark would be their quarterback play in Josh Allen, and I just don't think he is seasoned enough to lead a team to a Super Bowl. Yes, he's like, I think he's in his 3rd year, maybe fourth year. Big, strong arm. They got Singletary in the backfield. They also have Cole Beasley on the outside, and that defense is probably top 10 in the NFL, if not top 5. They have all the pieces, but they're missing that big name quarterback. Like I think, like that's what it comes down to, a seasoned veteran quarterback. Like if Aaron Rodgers was on this Buffalo Bills team, easily Super Bowl contenders, and I could see that 100%.
For sure.
Number 11, they had the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are your thoughts on that one?
Not a legit contender. No, not at all. They're not a legit contender.
Why? Because
I mean, you have Big Ben,
right?
But I mean, on the outside, who do you really have?
On the outside, Juju Smith-Schuster. They have James Conner in the backfield. They had that boy from Kentucky.
But that defense is kind of suspect too.
The defense was the best third in the NFL last season, and the only thing they did was add depth on that defensive side.
I don't know. I don't think the Steelers are legitimate. I mean, again, I think it comes down to 2 teams in the AFC. It's going to come down to the Chiefs and the Ravens.
I think the correct answer there is Chiefs and the Patriots, because the Ravens are going to lose in the first round anyways. But the Pittsburgh Steelers went 8-8 last season. Yeah, 8-8 last season with the worst quarterback play in all of NFL. Who they had that guy who smashed the helmet over Myles Garrett. what is his name? Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
He is not even a top 100 quarterback, I bet, like in the whole entire league. There's only 32 teams in the NFL. You do the math there, right? There's a reason why he is no longer on the Pittsburgh Steelers, because he is trash. But he was that starter for damn near 9 games and led them to an 8-8 record last season. You are adding a potentially Hall of Famer, Big Ben Roethlisberger, back on that field with that same defense, with that same offense that Mason Rudolph led to 8-8. There's no reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers should not be in the Super Bowl talk whatsoever. Now, would I lay money on them? No. But I do.
And Mike Reeves, this is coming from Sports Illustrated. So, yeah. Because he said, who wrote this shit?
Oh, yeah.
In cocaine because they are clearly high.
Yeah, this is coming from SI.com. They released their 12 potential teams to make the Super Bowl this season. Now, I do not think the Steelers will be a one-and-done team if they do make it to the playoffs. I think they'll be in competition. They could be in the breath as a Super Bowl, but like you said, I mean, you keep saying a two race horse in the AFC. I think it's like a 3 or 4 team race in the AFC with addition of Cam Newton to the Patriots. So number 10 here, we finally get our first NFC team. They said the Green Bay Packers have a legitimate shot at the Super Bowl.
I mean, you can never count out Aaron Rodgers, ever. And so Des Bryant tweeted today that he got some great news. Could it be that he's going to the Packers?
No, it's too early.
No, it's not too early. What are you talking about? They need to get a receiver in there quick. Their top receiver is opted out for COVID.
Devontae Adams?
No, the other one.
Who's their other top receiver?
Fungens?
Fungens?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, is that how you say his name? Fungens?
Yeah, he's the one that opted out for COVID. So, I mean, you got to get another receiver in there. I mean, who knows what he's alluding to, but, I mean, I do have the Green Bay Packers either picking up, Josh Gordon, Antonio Brown, or Des Bryant.
Or 2 out of the 3. That mean, obviously, I like that. Like the Packers needed a depth end receiver last year because, people said that was their flaws last year, and they still went 13-3. So with that being said, the Packers made it to the NFC Championship game last year, and the only reason why they did not make it to the Super Bowl was because they ran into a 49ers team that was clicking on all cylinders at the right time. I mean, they were who is that fullback that they had? Killing everybody, right? Jimmy G was handing the ball perfectly. I mean, run up the left, run up right, doing perfect things here. But you can never count out Aaron freaking Rodgers. Aaron freaking Rodgers is going to go 10-6 this season, being a wild card team because they're going to be behind the Detroit Lions going into the playoffs. So they're going to have a hard road in front of them. And with that being said, with their receiver sitting out, Fungens, right, is like I said, is that how you say his name? Fungens?
Something like that.
Yeah. I hate butchering names, but I'm not very good at speaking sometimes. But yeah, I mean, so Devontae Adams is going to have to step up 100%. If Des Bryant goes there, he's going to have to step up and be a immediate impact. There is no getting 5-6 catches a game for 20 yards. We need him getting 10 to 12 catches per game easily. But I don't see the Packers making it to the Super Bowl either. I think the NFC is probably a 2-horse race, and the Packers are on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I think it's the Saints and the Seahawks, maybe the 49ers.
No, 49ers don't even make the playoffs. And another NFC team that they had number 9 sliding in there is your Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, no. Dallas is not. No.
Really? We spoke pretty highly on the Dallas Cowboys the last couple nights.
I do, but I don't think they are. They're not Super Bowl bound.
On paper, yes. If you were to simulate every game in Madden, they would go 13-3, number 1 playoff spot in the NFC, and basically cakewalk to the Super Bowl. But this isn't Madden, nor is it simulated seasons, right? What we're going to run into is Dak Prescott trying to force the ball into places where it doesn't go. His inaccuracy, 15 yards downfield, is going to bite him in the butt. But they also have a great coach. They have Mike McCarty, Super Bowl champion Mike McCarty, I might add. Also
That they
coached
do.
Aaron
They
freaking
do.
Rodgers too, right? Would Aaron freaking Rodgers be Aaron freaking Rodgers without Mike McCarty? I don't know.
Probably not. I don't think so.
Yeah, like, I think coaches in the NFL are the most underrated people in all of sports. I really, truly think that. So I think Mike McCarty is going to get Dak Prescott right. Did you listen to that Prescott or to the press conference with Dak Prescott yesterday or 2 days ago?
No.
He was basically saying that Mike McCarty has taught him more over Zoom meetings in the last 3 months than Jason Garrett did in 4 years there.
Wow.
So-
I mean, that's saying something.
Yeah. So Mike McCarty is smart. He has a great football IQ, and he is a hungry coach. You can say what you want, but being at some place for 15 years, being a year off, and then going someplace brand new, that fire starts burning in you, Mike. Just like I was on a different show getting burned out, me and you started our own thing, and that fire lit right back up. I think the Cowboys are a legitimate Super Bowl contenders. I truly think that.
I don't know. I don't know if they are like legit Super Bowl contenders. I really don't.
Mike Reeves says maybe in the 90s, and the Jameson says the Cowboys are notorious for 8-8.
They really are.
Didn't you give me the stat like they have never been over 8-8 like 5 times in the last 20 years? Like they've always been like 9-7 or 7-9. Say it 3 times fast. Prescott conference with the fuck you, Mike Reeves. Fuck you, man. Number 7 here, they have the Los Angeles Chargers. This one made me scratch my head a lot.
I don't see how you have them on the list.
Do they even have a starting quarterback right now? Like, have they named a starting? Is Tyrod Taylor their starting quarterback?
Yeah, that's what they say. Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback.
With Justin Herbert sitting on the bench and Easton Stick as a backup. Who the fuck is Easton Stick? North Dakota State. Easton Stick.
I have no idea.
This team on the list right here. I'm sorry, we skipped at number 8. They're actually number 7. I skipped at number 8. Number 7 is the Los Angeles Chargers. They have the Los Angeles Chargers as the potentially the 7th best team in the NFL, making it to the Super Bowl. That is not going to happen whatsoever. The only way they're going to make it to the Super Bowl is if the Chiefs flat fall on their face, the Baltimore Ravens go 3-13, Cam Newton is like injured, and Phillip Rivers is like in a retirement home having his 15th kid. That's the only way the Chargers even make the playoffs, let alone make it to the Super Bowl. There is no way, Mike, the Chargers are going to make it to the Super Bowl. I bet you they don't even make it to the playoffs. What do you think the over-under is that the Chargers even make it to the playoffs? They have a 1 in 250 chance to make the playoffs.
They're not making it to the playoffs.
1 in 250 chance to make the playoffs. That is ridiculous.
No, there's no way.
So let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit. Number 8, they had the Philadelphia Eagles, another NFC East team.
If Carson Wentz can stay healthy,
right?
If Carson Wentz can stay healthy, they're definitely contenders.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that. They are definitely contenders. Now, if you guys listened to the show last night, I said if Alex Smith starts for the Washington football team, the NFC East is going to be the best division in football. But how many times has a Super Bowl contender or a Super Bowl winner come from the best division in football? I can't remember one time. Last year, I believe the AFC was the toughest division in football. This year, it could possibly be the NFC East. And the reason why you don't see that is because they beat each other up. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to have 4 hard-ass games, and then they also play, the Washington. Obviously they play the Washington Redskins. There's 2 hard games, and then they play the 49ers, Steelers, and the Ravens, and then they play the Giants back-to-back weeks, and the Seahawks, Packers, Saints. The Philadelphia Eagles might be lucky to even make the playoffs looking at this schedule. if they have Alex Smith starting in Washington, they could be 6-10 easily.
If Alex Smith is starting
For the Washington Redskins, yes, because that
the
takes
Washington football team.
Yeah, right. That takes 2 wins that I had on their, like on their preseason. I had them 8-8. You take away those 2 easy wins, they're 6-10, maybe 7-9, maybe, but they're not playoff bound by any means.
If Carson Wentz stays healthy, the Eagles are definitely playoff bound. If Carson Wentz stays healthy, I think the Philadelphia Eagles win the NFC East, even if Alex Smith is starting. Dallas Cowboys will go 8-8, 9-7 again.
And so will the Eagles.
No, they won't. Not if Carson Wentz stays healthy.
So let's go ahead and jump over to the chat here. Jameson says the Chargers' only weakness is their quarterback. They should have signed Cam Newton. But then he comes back and says that the Chargers are definitely not contenders. That's definitely 100% contradicting yourself there. How can the quarterback be the only weakness, but then they're definitely not contenders? What do you think about that, Mike?
I mean, I can agree with that statement because, I mean, you know, if you don't have the everything starts with the quarterback. So if you don't have something, I mean, it's just like, you know, your ignition in your car. If your fucking ignition doesn't work, the rest of your fucking car isn't going to work. You know what I mean?
True.
If your quarterback's not working, if you don't have a good quarterback, then the rest of your system sucks.
I see what you're saying. I can feel you, but yeah, I mean,
that's why the Cowboys suck, because fucking Dak Prescott is fucking garbage.
And then me and Jameson have kind of been going back this on Facebook like all day, and he says that there is no way Alex Smith can take a hit. He has like 16 rods in his leg, man. That leg is not going to bend or break at all.
Yeah, I think Alex Smith can still take a hit. I mean, I've seen plenty of players come back from broken legs, broken arms, torn ACLs.
Didn't Terrell Owens come back in like 6 weeks from it was a shattered leg, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was a shattered leg. It was a fracture, but yeah, he came back. He played.
Yeah,
6 weeks.
Yes, obviously Alex Smith's injuries were a lot bigger than Terrell Owens, but yes, I get that. You know, Alex Smith almost died. But the fact that
he didn't almost die.
Yeah, he did.
Did he really?
Yeah, he had like MRSA in his leg. Like you need to go over to ESPN and watch that 30 for 30 on, I believe it's called Project 11. It is very, very gross, very, very graphic. If you have a weak stomach, you know, kind of look away when they're pulling like the halo off of his leg. But yeah, I mean, he almost died because he had MRSA in his leg and it was eating it up, and they almost had to amputate his leg off to make the infection stop. But moving on, Sports Illustrated guys, we're talking about the Sports Illustrated top 12 teams that they said are potentially or that are realistically Super Bowl contenders. Number 12, they had the Buffalo Bills. Number 11, they had the Pittsburgh Steelers. 10, they had the Green Bay Packers. 9, they had the Dallas Cowboys. Number 8, they had the Philadelphia Eagles. 7, they had the Los Angeles Chargers. That brings us to number 6, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, they're definitely contenders, 100%. I think they need to be higher on that list. But, yeah, they're definitely contenders.
What?
Yes, Buck. I know your hate for Lamar Jackson.
It is not hate. It is the fact of the matter that he has not won a game in January. How can you be a Super Bowl contender if you've been blown out in January 2 seasons in a row? What is going to change this season? Oh, adding Antonio Brown to the roster? He's never won experience by getting blown out by the Tennessee Titans.
That was a fluke.
Was it? You're calling the Tennessee Titans were a fluke?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The blueprint has been laid out how to beat Lamar Jackson. You want to know how it is? Make the quarterback throw the ball. Oh, that's right. He's not a quarterback. He's a running back, and he can't throw the ball.
This bullshit. I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time.
They are Super Bowl contenders if the playoffs started in November. Then they could be Super Bowl contenders.
Fuck out of here.
When's the last time Lamar Jackson won a game in January? Not in the NFL. Not in college. Not in high school. Not in Pop Warner. Every time Lamar
Thank you,
Jackson's on this
Jameson.
big ass
Thank you,
stage,
Jameson. Thank you. Thank you.
Ravens, in his opinion, and his opinion is flawed because he says Alex Smith can't take a hit. Obviously, Alex Smith can take a hit because he's going to lead the Washington football team to the playoffs and possibly that NFC East division title. 10-6 with Alex Smith at the helm. 10-6. The Baltimore Ravens are. Let me get my head on straight for you here, Mike. Baltimore Ravens are a Super Bowl contender if they get the first round bye. The reason is because they have to play a team that's beat up, and they have to play at home. If they have to go on the road to Arrowhead, if they have to go on the road to Green Bay, if they have to go and roll on the road to Gillette,
I hope the Ravens knock the Chiefs out of the playoffs this year.
The only way that's going to happen is that they play at Baltimore.
So we can come in the next day and I can see you sulk the whole time while the whole show I rub it in your face.
I might be sick that day. Can I take a sick
No,
day?
you won't be sick. No, you will be on the show.
I feel cold
Chiefs
coming
won't
on,
get
Mike.
back to the Super Bowl because the Ravens are going to knock their ass out. I think it's going to be the Ravens and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and I think the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and it's gonna be fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's last year. It don't matter now.
It doesn't have a year. It just says Super Bowl, so I can use it forever.
No, matter.
All right, so let me tell you guys the facts. I do think the Baltimore Ravens are a Super Bowl contender, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl. They aren't there yet by any means. They can maybe get there because, of some fluke accident or whatever. The ball happens to bounce up into Lamar Jackson's hands instead of bouncing out of bounds like it did last year. Oh, wait, he just threw the ball intercepted. So if he can run the ball, he'll be perfectly fine. So they did get one pick right so far. Ravens are Super Bowl contenders. Number 5, Seattle Seahawks.
100%.
Your number one quarterback, Russell Wilson.
Yep. 100% Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl contenders.
Especially if they add somebody.
100%.
Yeah, they definitely got. But number 5, that's got to be higher.
Yeah. Seattle Seahawks. You almost have to have them at number 1 because they are a lock. I think they are a lock in the NFC.
I wouldn't say lock yet, but if they added Antonio Brown or Josh Gordon or Des Bryant, then you have to put them as a lock, 100%, Mike. Russell Wilson is going to utilize those big bodies on the outside, along with E.J. Montgomery and Tyler Lockett, my boy from K-State. What up, man? So, they add one more wide receiver threat. They're like Kansas City Chiefs 2.0, because I think Russell Wilson is just as good as Patrick Mahomes is as making plays happen, like rolling out of the pocket, getting the ball down the field, yada, yada, yada. And Jameson has been on this. Seahawks have 0 pass rush all year. You don't have to have a pass rush if you're putting up 80 points a game.
Yeah. It's just like the Chiefs last year.
Exactly. Or even 2 years ago when we had 0 defense at all. At least last year we had some defense towards the second half of the season. Seahawks are definitely Super Bowl contenders. They got back-to-back rights here. Number 4, the New Orleans Saints. This one's kind of intriguing to me. What are your thoughts?
I do think the Saints are a contender. I really do. I don't think they're a lock like the Seattle Seahawks. But I think the NFC Championship is going to come down between the Seahawks and the Saints.
I'm trying to think the last time has Drew Brees won a Super Bowl?
Yes.
When was that, like 2012, 2011? It's been a while, hasn't it, since he's won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's been a while. I want to say 2012.
Yeah, I don't remember Super Bowls that well unless it's 2020 Super Bowl with Kansas City Chiefs. But I digress on that. The Saints are always in conversation for a 13-3 record, 12-4. They're always almost guaranteed 12.
2009, Buck.
Damn, that
2009.
Bro, that was what, 11, 12 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's been a minute. So When
Is
did
it Drew Brees' last year if they don't win a Super Bowl?
is it? I think it kind of has to be. Well, no, because I think Drew Brees is on the level of Tom Brady. He gets to pick and choose when he leaves. Like he could definitely fall off the cliff and throw 17 interceptions in 4 games, right? But I still think he'll be like, you know what? I'm still better than you. I mean,
I'm Drew Brees.
look at the quarterback situation in New Orleans right now. Is Jameis Winston better than Drew Brees?
No.
Is Taysom Hill better than Drew Brees?
No, it's not even a question.
Is there a quarterback in the NCAA right now? They could draft any quarterback better than Drew Brees. I'm talking Justin Fields,
No,
Trevor
no.
Lawrence.
No, I mean, when you talk about the best quarterbacks in the league, I mean, Drew Brees is in that conversation.
Yeah, easily top 5, easily maybe even top 3.
Yeah,
But-
I'd say top 3. I mean, I got Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, and then Aaron Rodgers probably would be my top 3.
Right. So I think the only way Drew Brees is like forced out of New Orleans if he doesn't win a Super Bowl this season is if Aaron Rodgers comes knocking, says, "Hey, I want to come play for you guys." And even then, I think they're the same age, aren't they? Like they're pretty close in the same age.
Yeah,
But,
Drew
like,
Brees might be in his 40s. I think he's like 40, 41.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely up there because I thought he was kind of over the hill when he came to the Saints because he spent like 7 years in San Diego with the Chargers and then he went to New Orleans because he tore his rotator cuff, I think it was, and they thought,
Yeah, he's 41.
but he is definitely not forced out by any means. But I think he might choose to walk away after this season, win or lose. With that being said, the numbers that you just said, they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009. And they've won they've been in a couple championship games, if I'm not mistaken. But they are habitual, first round losers too. I mean, they go to Seattle like at the time Seattle was 7-9 as like a 4 seed. The Saints were a 5 seed, and they lose there, right? Last year they lost to the Vikings. The Vikings came to the Super Bowl, and the Vikings beat them in some fluke ass play.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about Drew Brees. After he retires, is Drew Brees considered a legend? Joe Montana.
If you are speaking to an average fan, I'm going to say no because it's based off of Super Bowl rings, right? He only has that one. Does he? I don't think he even has a MVP to his name.
Yeah, but then so if he gets one more, he's on the same level then as Peyton Manning, and I consider Peyton Manning a legend. Peyton Manning's a legend.
He definitely has to be in the conversation because if you look at the New Orleans Saints records since he's been there, right? They're like 13-3, 4-12, and then Drew Brees comes there with Sean Payton, and they're instantly 8-8, 10-6, and then I cannot remember the last time they had less than 11 wins in a season. They are the habitual state mark of we are a good team, but they've never been great, right? Yes, they won the Super Bowl in 2009, but they've never been a great team. With all that being said, I don't think I can put the Saints as a Super Bowl contender. Yes, they're going to go 13-3 to 12-4, but they're going to lose in the first round. I don't know if Drew Brees' butthole gets puckered in the playoffs, or if Sean Payton play calling calls changes, or just something is not clicking for the Saints in the playoffs. Much like the Ravens the last couple seasons. Yes, the Ravens have been great regular season teams, but
he loves to rag on the Ravens, doesn't he?
No,
every chance he gets.
But the facts are facts. There are some teams Peyton Manning, great regular season. In the playoffs, he would get his ass kicked, right?
Tom Brady would always have his number.
Super Bowls, but
Tom Brady always had his number in the playoffs.
Right. So it just that there are just some teams that are not built for the playoffs, and I don't think the Saints are built for the playoffs.
Is it the player? Is it the player, or is it the coaching?
See, I don't watch the Saints that close enough to know that does Drew Brees' ability change from December 25th to January 5th. Is he not making those same throws? Is he wore out, or are the other teams just that much better? I mean, like obviously the NFL is all about matchups in the end, and maybe they just don't match up against teams outside the NFC South. Maybe they don't match up well against the NFC North teams, because the NFC North is kind of built for smash mouth, right? And the Saints are built for a dome team, spread you out, run up and down the field. So I don't. I'm going to chalk it up to the player. Like, I don't think Drew Brees
is a playoff quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think he is a cold weather quarterback. So if he has to play outside in the cold, he isn't going to do very well.
I do agree with Jameson. He will get into the Hall of Fame.
Simply because of the years that he's played and the numbers he has put up. Because you cannot base it off of MVPs or Super Bowls or playoff ones even.
I guess.
Maybe I'm not trying to be derogatory in like any means. It's just like just my eyes tell me that they've won one Super Bowl. Well, he's been there since 2007, right? Or six. I think I was a senior in high school when he went over there when Philip
2006.
Yeah, so
2006.
So I mean, he's been there for 14 years and has won one Super Bowl. Can you look up how many playoff wins he has as a Saint? Because like I can think of maybe, like outside that 2009 season, I can't think of them making it to the NFC Championship game besides one time.
He has eight wins.
Eight. Like, so in 14 years, he has 8 wins total. Probably
8 losses.
Probably three of them coming in 2009, right?
Yeah.
So basically 5 playoff wins outside his Super Bowl. That's not very good, Mike. Let's be flat out honest. That's not very good.
I mean, Russell Wilson has, yeah. I mean, I get, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, do you know who has the most playoff wins?
Probably Tom Brady. Nail on the head there. Mike, you're on mute. Well, as Mike,
I'm on mute and my camera's off.
Sheesh, this guy. Does Tom Brady have the most playoff wins ever? Because if you think about it, they made like 10 straight AFC Championship games.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
How many does he have? Like 18 wins or something like that?
30.
Oh, wow, I was way off. You know what? I bet you Tom Brady has more playoff wins than Jameis Winston does regular season wins. Take that, Brandon Coombs.
He has almost half as many than Joe Montana, and that's, I mean, Joe Montana has 16. Terry Bradshaw with 14, John Elway 14, Peyton Manning 14. Well, there's Ben Roethlisberger. He's got 13.
Well, he has 3 Super Bowl rings, right? Or two Super Bowl rings. So there's
2005
6
and 2008.
Yeah, I mean there's 6 wins there easy. So
yeah,
I mean, you win a Super Bowl, you're guaranteed 3, like at least. So, but moving on to the next one, Jameis is going to
30 fucking wins, dude.
I would like to see his postseason stat. Like, so we are not calling Tom Brady to go. I think Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady if we're just basing off of regular season and like whatnot. But Tom Brady is definitely the playoff GOAT, 100%. I bet you if you take his 30 playoff wins, he's probably 30-20 in the playoffs. You know, as far as losses, I like as well 12-2. Well, he's entering in his 17th season, 18th season. So he has at least 16 playoff losses because he was injured that one year, right?
11
playoff losses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is 30 and 11.
30 and 11 in the playoffs, bro.
That's just the playoffs. I bet you the starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now, just take his postseason stats versus their career stats. I bet you he trumps them hands down. Over half of the quarterbacks in the league.
Wow.
So moving on here, Sports Illustrated top 12 teams that they said are going to be Super Bowl contenders this season. We had the Buffalo Bills, Steelers, Packers, Cowboys coming at number 9, number 8, Eagles, 7, Chargers, Ravens, Seahawks, Saints, and now to number 3, the San Francisco 49ers. Are they Super Bowl contenders?
I do. I do think they're Super Bowl contenders because of their defense. Their offense, though, is lackluster.
Right.
They just signed Kittle, so that's good. But I mean, you've got a mediocre running back and you've got a mediocre quarterback. So I don't think they're a lock by any means. But their defense, like last year, will get them back to if they make it to the NFC Championship or they make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of their defense. But I don't see them getting back.
I believe the stats are the last 6 Super Bowl losers from the NFC have not even made it to the playoffs the following year, and I think the San Francisco 49ers follow suit this season. You just simply have to score more points than them and get up on them early. When you put Jimmy G and not Mike Shanahan, the Shanahan boy, Kyle Shanahan, when you put them in passing situations, their play calling is lackluster at best, and that running back Mozart doesn't even want to be there. He wants to be traded. Yeah. So when your running back doesn't want to be there, and he was getting the rock 30 times a game. When you're getting the rock 30 times a game,
San Francisco is not a conference game lock. No.
They're not even a lock in their own conference.
No,
or their own division, I should say.
Yeah, in their own division. I mean, you've got to deal with Arizona, who is coming up, and they just signed Hops, so now you got Fitzgerald and Hopkins to deal with, and then you have the Seattle Seahawks to deal with too. No, Seattle Seahawks win that division, bud. Sorry.
And I know we've been sleeping on the Rams, but the Rams are 2 years removed from the Super Bowl too. I mean, they still have that core in place. They still have Jared Goff. You know, I think we have him going 5-12, 6-10, but they're still going to be a competitive team. The NFC West is easily the most or the hardest division in all of football. So, and like I said earlier, the hardest football in division doesn't produce Super Bowl champions because they beat each other up every 6 games a year, right? 49ers are definitely not Super Bowl contenders, I don't think, this year. I don't think they even make the playoffs. They're going 7-9, 6-10 this season. Number 2, you have the New England Patriots. Mike, they Super Bowl locks or Super Bowl contenders.
No, they are not a Super Bowl lock. They're not even. I mean, playoffs maybe. I think Cam Newton makes them a playoff team, but Super Bowl, no.
I believe when they signed Cam Newton, their odds went from 1 to 1-60 to 1-20. First of all, we don't even know if Cam Newton's healthy. If Cam Newton is healthy, they probably win that division easily. Because, they had the Buffalo Bills, Jets, and Miami. Jets and Miami are complete trash. Buffalo Bills are much improved, but they'll split the division and benefit from a weaker schedule. Playoff contenders, you can never count out Bill Belichick. We saw that record with Tom Brady, 30-11 in the playoffs over the last 18 years or whatever it's been, 17 years.
And that's what I'm super excited for this year because now, I know Tom Brady is at the end of his career, but let's be honest, if Tom Brady was still with the Patriots, we would all still say, hey, they might be a Super Bowl lock.
Right. So this is the perfect opportunity to see if it was the system or the quarterback.
Exactly.
So I still have. You can never count out the Patriots. You cannot count out Bill Belichick. They have that championship pedigree installed in New England.
If Bill Belichick goes to the Super Bowl this year with Cam Newton and wins, is Bill Belichick? No, I'm hypothetically. Is Bill Belichick then considered the greatest coach of all time?
I think he already is. Win or lose.
Well,
if he gets the Patriots to the playoffs, he is a lock for the best coach ever. Above Bill Walsh, above Shula, above Bill Cowher, above everybody. The best.
Do you rename the Vince Lombardi trophy to the Bill Belichick trophy?
No, I am not a fan of renaming awards.
He goes to the Super Bowl with Cam Newton this year. It's got to be a conversation.
Is it a conversation when Andy Reid led the Eagles to was it 4 or 5 straight NFC championship games?
Yeah, that's NFC championships. That's not Super Bowl.
But should they rename that?
Over the past, Bill Belichick has won 6 or 7 championships over the past 20 years.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
it is definitely a conversation to have, but out of the respect of the past, like you can't like Vince Lombardi was like they named it because he was not as the best coach ever. They named it after him because I can't remember what he did. Like we need a Packer connoisseur on it like on here, but he brought the game together more or less, right? I mean, he was the guy. I mean,
who's number one?
Number one is the Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl contenders, yes. Locks, definitely not.
No, I don't think Kansas City repeats. It's hard to repeat.
Yeah,
it is hard. And I know there's Kansas City fans, the normal Kansas City fans. Oh, we're going back to the Super Bowl. We're gonna repeat. I mean, it can be done. The Patriots have done it.
Right.
Cowboys have done it. There's been teams that have done it, but I mean, it's really, really, really hard to do.
So let me tell you the difference between those teams, the Patriots, the Cowboys. I believe the 49ers did it back in the 80s. There has been a repeat Super Bowl champion in every decade since the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. But this 2020 decade, we live in a salary cap world. We live in a money-hungry world. The Kansas City Chiefs, if they want to go back-to-back, they have to do it this year and this year only. It's simple as that because Sammy Watson isn't going to take a pay cut again. Travis Kelce just saw what Kittle got. He is want to go get paid. Hill want to go get paid. Harmon want to go get paid, right? So that's the problem. Is like all these players want to get paid, and so you can't keep that team together for more than 3 years. And it takes time to gel as a team. And when they gel as a team, it's their last year usually of everybody's contract. Now, what the Kansas City Chiefs do have going for them is they do really have the same exact team from last year going into this year with just more experience as each other as a team. Plus, they drafted a running back, but they're also their offensive line is down too because the doctor decided not to play because of the whole COVID thing. So, contenders, yes. Locks, not at all.
Not going to the Super Bowl. No, Bucks aren't going to the Super Bowl.
There's a reason why they're not even on the list. Like a lot of this list, I disagree with. The only reason why the Bucks are going to make it to the playoffs this year is that they favor from an easy ass schedule. I believe they had the bottom third schedule in all of NFL. Yep. And when you have Tom Brady and Mike Evans and Goodwin and Gronk, I mean, they're probably going to go 12-4, 11-5 because of the easy ass schedule. They're going to get knocked out by the Saints in the first round. That's just the way it is. So, Mike, we did those 12 teams. Before we head out, is there a team out there that you think should be mentioned as a Super Bowl contender that we didn't have on the list?
Yep.
Who?
The Colts.
The Colts. Why?
I think Phillip Rivers automatically makes that team better. I think
the same Phillip Rivers that has never won a playoff game, right?
Was not the problem in Los Angeles with the Chargers or San Diego, now Los Angeles. He wasn't the problem. I think he comes into the Colts system. The Colts are my sleeper team for the season.
Oh, yeah. I believe last year they went 10-6 as well, maybe 9-7. I can't remember if they won that last game or not. I mean, they're definitely going to be a good team. Probably when they the AFC South because Houston's going to be down, Titans are going to be down, and the Jaguars are just complete dumpster fire. Like at this point, they are basically trying to stay afloat and get that number 1 overall pick in Trevor Lawrence to replace the mustache boy. What's that name? Garner Minshew. Yeah, I do like the Colts. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders because of Phillip Rivers. I think they're Super Bowl contenders because of that running game that they have.
They have a good running.
Mac is his name. But the one thing I don't like is they no longer have T.Y. Hilton, which is he has been the staple of that team for a very long time. I believe T.Y. Hilton even played with Peyton Manning a couple seasons before he left for Denver. So that's the only thing I'm worried about is the passing game, is the wide receiver core, because I don't know a lot about the receiver core.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Philip Rivers is the kind of quarterback that elevates wide receivers and makes a wide receiver. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, because like last year, everybody wants to say, "Oh, Dak Prescott had all these yards and he had all this and he had great stats." You have to understand something. Amari Cooper made Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott didn't make Amari Cooper. And I think it's opposite with Philip Rivers. You know, you have quarterbacks that make wide receivers.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Look at him. He's had shit to work with his whole career, except for, you know, when he was with Randy Moss. Yes, you could say Danny Amendola and all them. That's
But
fine.
he made those guys. They were
Yeah,
nobodies until they came there.
Ooh, Jameson said T.Y. Hilton's still on the Colts.
I thought he got traded to the Steelers. Let me pull up the roster here. Yeah, he is still on the roster. My bad. But I could have swore there were talks to get him traded out of there. So, I mean, yeah, T.Y. Hilton is a very good receiver. He is the veteran on, like, as far as that receiver team. Actually, he is the veteran on the whole team. Looking at the roster, years of experience, they're all 5 years and under, besides T.Y. Hilton, and then you have Philip Rivers at 17 years. Think about this, man. If the Colts can win a Super Bowl or make it to the Super Bowl this year, they still have Jacoby Brissett, led the last year to a 10-6 record, and they drafted Jacob Easton. I love Jacob Easton. He's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL after Philip Rivers is done. You want to talk about a team that's able to repeat back to back? The Indianapolis Colts are built back to back.
Yep.
I would put money saying that they have the opportunity to go back and back before the Kansas City Chiefs.
Possibly. I mean, they're young. They're a young team.
Their defense is damn good.
Yeah, their defense is really good.
So, guys, that is the Sports Illustrated 12 teams that they said are Super Bowl contenders. Let's go ahead and review that list real quick. They have the Buffalo Bills, Pittsburgh Steelers, number 10, Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Chargers, Baltimore Ravens, Seattle Seahawks, the New Orleans Saints, San Francisco 49ers, the New England Patriots, and the Kansas City Chiefs. In the comments, guys, let us know what your top competitors of the Super Bowl this season are. Mike, any closing thoughts before we head out, man?
Nah, man. Y'all have a safe weekend.
See you guys Sunday night, 10 p.m. East Coast time, right here on the Facebook channel.
Cheers, fuckers.
We out, guys. Have a great night. Oh.
Yeah. Get high, rapper. The man hour. You already know. It's live. It's raw. It's going down. Like this. I'm going around and letting everybody know that they welcome to the show. It's the latest thing you ever seen. You already know. Let me introduce you to your host of the hour.